Welcome to Raven on the Rock, Denver's way to expose unique talent and original music from local artists. With your host, Rockin' Raven. You're going to enjoy what you are about to hear on Raven on the Rock. Brought to you by Rockin' Raven Productions and the Scoop 303.
Welcome back to Raven on the Rock. This is Raven, and I'm in the studio today with Burnt Lips. I got Davey Boy Schoolcraft and
Hey!
Chuck Beaver Kavanaugh.
Yeah, man.
How y'all doing today?
Just great.
Good.
Peachy.
I'm so excited that you're here.
Yeah, man. It's been a while since we've seen you.
Yeah, I went to the dollar store today. I was going to get some like little tropical luau stuff to make you feel at home, but they packed that all the way for Halloween.
Well, we got our colors on.
I know, I see that. They are like all flash in Jamaica here. So what's new, guys? What have you been up to?
Doing a lot of recording. You know, we're getting ready to get that new CD out.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Tell me about it.
Well,
We started building our studio almost 2 years ago, and it took us a year to actually put the studio together.
Yeah.
And then it took us a good part of 6 months to learn how to run it.
yeah.
Because you
I know.
you got bugs, you got, equipment. It's just,
Yep.
but we got it down now.
Yeah.
And we're almost finished with our next CD, and the CD will be titled Tropical Moon. And we have a title cut on the CD. CD will consist of 10 brand new songs.
Whoa, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and we're getting great tracks. And there's a lot of people that are working really hard to make this. Our bass player, James, has worked incredibly hard. He's the one that's doing all the editing. And if you know anything about digital recording, that's what takes all the time.
Yes.
Is the editing, lining up,
And
making,
patience.
and and he taught himself and learned how to do it, and he's done a great job. And Brother Rob, everybody knows Brother Rob.
Yeah.
Brother Rob has been mixing for us, doing our mix downs, and he's just a master of this program, the Studio One program, and the Presonus equipment, which is what we're using. And between the four of us producing and having some incredibly talented musicians playing in the band, which we're up to an 8-piece band now.
Whoa.
Yeah, the band just keeps growing.
Just keeps. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad y'all didn't come because I only got 6 mics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me who they all are now.
Well, we just mentioned James Dixon. He's on bass. Mm-hmm. And then we got Gino Four-String doing vocals. Rich Petz on our drums. And he's from way back. I mean, he's been playing with us over 15 years. Probably closer to 20.
Yeah, he was on. Did a lot of the work on the album that on the CD that you have, the Tales of the Seven Seas.
Yeah.
And that was.
We're gonna play all those today.
And we got Ted Cole. He plays the MIDI woodwind, which we affectionately call the stick, and he's also a master flautist.
Yeah.
And he does background vocals with us. Of course, me, Beaver on rhythm guitar, and Davey Boy on lead. Did I miss somebody? Oh, we got Ron Wright. He's a new member who's our acoustic sax. He plays all the saxophones and also plays flute also.
And then we have John Akal, who's a tremendous drummer and percussionist. He's actually the leader of the band Ultraphonic.
Oh.
And they're a 20-piece jazz group. I don't know if you've seen them. They're tremendous.
No, I haven't, but I've heard of them.
Well, he's playing percussion for us, and he's just a great percussionist. So we have, some
Awesome.
incredibly talented people.
So the pictures that I put in the commercial were old.
Yeah, well, I mean, actually, there was only one person in there, the sax player, who's no longer with us. Kenny Johnston. He's down in Colorado Springs. It was kind of tough
Right.
for him to commute and make
Right.
rehearsals. And
So does Mike play with you once in a while still?
Mike.
Hammer?
Yeah.
Oh no, Hammer.
Well, he's sort of on the bench, but he's very busy,
Right.
and Rich Petz is just he's just become he's back in the fold. So
Well, speaking of Hammer, tonight after the show gets over at 8 o'clock, Hammer is going to be doing his jam, right? At Old Dogs?
Old Dogs, 72nd and Lowell.
Okay, so after the show, I want you all to get down to Old Dogs for Hammer's jam.
actually, Hammer won't be there. He's taking the night off, but Gino and the infamous Bill Wright and Kenny Hoffman.
No, not Kenny. It's Carl Holtz.
Carl Holtz. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Carl Holtz on drums. They got the old trio back together, and they're real excited about that. There's a lot of great musicians that go there and play, and it's just a lot of fun. Really relaxed,
That's one thing that really impresses me about you guys, because when I started meeting y'all, the first jam that I went to at Cheers, and I just saw you all like taking turns getting up there and just playing like it was nothing and no practice, and you just perfected the song, and it just blew me away.
Yeah, a lot of good players, and of course it's a small community, as you know, and a lot of us have known each other for 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
And been in and out of bands. Of course, not me so much. I'm not the much of the jammer. I don't play a lot of that blues and rock stuff. I've always been into the island rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, it amazes me too.
Yeah.
These guys are amazingly talented. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So there's always a good time. And there's a lot of jams going around.
There are.
Yeah. So, that's kind of a big phenomenon now here in Denver.
I actually am going to have Jessica Balding on my show next week.
I know Jess.
You know Jess because Jess contacted me when she was when she first moved to Colorado.
When
and
she was
said,
going to
"Where can
our
I
jam."
go?" And I sent her to your jam.
Yeah.
And I said, "You tell them that they know that you know me, and don't be afraid. They will take good care of you."
And we did.
And you did. So now she's going to be on my show.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
very
she's got her own band now.
Yeah. Rise Above.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to play Jamaica No Problem. And those of you who have not heard this song, you're going to love it. And better yet, go to, what's your web address?
Our web address is burntlips.com.
Burntlips.com, because this is the one that has the awesome video.
Right. Yeah. You can also go out to YouTube and type in Burnt Lips and
Jamaica.
Jamaica No
No problem.
It's a clay animation video we did.
It's amazing. It is adorable. And it took them how long to do this?
About a year, I did.
Yeah, it was in production for about 7.5 months, and then post production for about 3 months.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So we're gonna play you that for you right now. Here's Jamaica No Problem.
Dreadlocks and coconuts, and the red stripe in my hand. Hot days and warm, sultry nights. Beauty's lying in the sand. Everywhere that you go, Kingston to Mobile. Everyone you told, this is what they say. They say, yeah man, Jamaica no problem. I rake who runnings, give thanks and praise. They say, yeah man, Jamaica no problem. Everything okay in JA today. Cocktails and dominoes, sunsets at Rick's Cafe, jet skis on parasails. say, yeah man, Jamaica no problem. Irate, cool runnings, give thanks and praise. They say, yeah man, Jamaica no problem. Everything okay in JA today. One day this island song bring me back here before too long. And one day I like to find me back in Montego Bay. And I'd say, yeah man, Jamaica no problem. Irate, cool runnings, give thanks and praise. I'd say, yeah man, Jamaica no problem. Everything okay in JA today. And we'd say, yeah man, Jamaica no problem. Irate, cool runnings, give thanks and praise. And we'd say, yeah man, Jamaica no problem. Everything irate today.
Yeah, man. That
No
was awesome.
problem.
I love it. I love it. So make sure y'all go to burntlips.com and check out that video. It's awesome. You're going to love it. And you're going to do what I did. You're going to keep replaying it and watching it to try to figure out how they did it.
Well, you know, the guys that did that, Lost Leader Productions, they did some really groundbreaking filming
Techniques.
on that had never been done with clay animation before, and they built equipment, they built tracking systems to go, and you know, the sets were like, you know, these huge sets, and they had tracking with the built on the ceiling with the cameras, and you know, there's scenes where the, you know, ocean waves are coming in,
Right.
and no one had ever done
Right.
anything like that before. And
Well, I think it's amazing how he got you guys to look like you guys.
I know, the caricatures were really good.
so our next video, which will be with this new CD, we're going to be using the same characters as the video, as the clay animation, except we're going to be using video, digital video.
Well, actually, we're gonna try to do animation,
Yeah, animation.
not video, but you know, CGI.
Right.
Yeah, CGI. That's
See,
what
the
I was-
one thing that we've done as Burnt Lips is, you know, we're a bunch of old dogs. We've been around a long time, but we're embracing the new digital world.
Right.
Whereas a lot of people, I mean, like Joe Walsh just came out and said he hates the digital, what's going on digitally. Well, we're just taking the opposite route. We
Right.
love it.
Right.
And so we're mining people right now. I got Mr. Puff, who's a stand-up comedian. It's actually going to school for film and automation, and we've talked to him a few times, and he's gonna, you know, we're gonna see if we can get a team up to do another, you know, we're more animation. We're more cartoon characters,
Right.
and that's kind of like our whole show. Our whole show is about fun,
Right.
you know, and it's like color. Like we wear tie-dye,
Right.
you know, and that's what we want to do, you know.
Well, you know that fundraiser you did for me a year ago, actually a year ago on September 22nd, you had that little 3-year-old out there, and Gino's doing the arm, and she starts doing the arms. And
yeah.
you had them all going.
Well, that's the whole deal.
Well, and that's one of the things we do. Like, we're geared for festivals. That's we do special events, and we do, but we. Every year now we're getting more and more. We're working, you know, a lot.
Yeah.
This year we did a lot of festivals, and one of the things I like to do is I like to get all the kids up on stage with us.
Yeah.
And have the little kids dancing on stage with
Right.
us, and they just love it, and of course the parents love it, and
Right.
they're all taking pictures. So,
Right.
and, you know, that's just a blast to me, you know.
Well, even not just kids, just, you know, bands who like have audience participation and connect with their audience and pull them in. You're not just standing up there playing music. You know,
Yeah, that's
you're-
kind of a pet peeve of mine. I go out and see these bands, especially a lot of the younger guys. They don't dress. You know,
No.
they think they're cool by not being cool.
Right,
You know,
right.
you know, and their skater look, which is, you know, I understand it's the younger generation. You know, they're into their piercings and into their
I don't understand it.
well, and into their tattoos, but yet, you know, we're entertainers. I mean, look at Liberace. You know, I mean,
Right.
come on. I mean, that's what it's.
Yeah.
That's entertainment.
Exactly.
You know, so
Elton John,
Elton
you know,
John.
I mean, you know, that's entertainment.
Now, see, you guys in your tie-dyed shirts today. If the whole band's in tie-dyed shirts, you know that's your uniform. That's your
And which
know,
is what our uniform is on
and that's
stage.
part
yeah,
of it.
that's our
And
shtick.
and we have all of our tie-dye shirts made at the same place,
Yeah.
and they're all bold and
bold.
and they are, and so we look uniform.
Exactly.
And in the summertime, we all wear white shorts and tie-dye shirts,
Yeah.
and then when it's winter, we switch to black pants or jeans, black jeans, and tie-dye, and that's it. You know, that's.
And I appreciate that. I just want you to know that.
Well, cool. I'm glad somebody appreciates it. See, it's you know that's what we were going for a look, and that's what we came up with.
Well, last Wednesday, my guest host, we were talking about, you know, your look, and it's a job, and you're being paid for it, and you need to present yourself in a fashion that's presentable, and I'm not pushing for choreography and the Temptations, you know, but just look nice.
Well, yeah,
Look
look
like you
professional.
care,
You know.
Well, show is part of it. I mean, that's what you're doing. I
Exactly.
mean, musicians are just, you know, guys that like to get up on stage and show off.
Right.
And, you know, if you don't dress the part, then you're just like all the other people down off the stage. You know what I mean? You have to have a look,
Right.
you know, and everyone has their own look, you know, but
Right.
the
Which-
band has to be a band.
Yeah, if you go back, you know, and you look at the Beatles, you look at the Rolling Stones, the Who,
Right.
you know, Metallica,
Right.
Aerosmith, you know, they all have a professional look. They're over the top,
Right.
and that's what it's about. I mean, that's what when we were younger. I mean, even now, that's what you go
Right.
to concerts for.
You know, and even a button-down shirt and a vest, something. Even the button-down shirt and not
Well,
button
if
with a
that's your
tie.
stick, then
Right.
then that's it.
But a wife beater shorts and flip-flops, that's not caring too much, I don't think.
No, well, you know, there's a lot of young bands that I see, and they're incredibly talented. And you know, I understand it because I'm an old hippie. You know, you're rebelling. You know,
Right.
they're in that, and so their rebellious thing is, well, I'll wear, you know, the skater
What I
look.
want,
You know,
yeah.
and you know, wearing their hats, you know, backwards or whatever. And I guess maybe that's a look, but it just doesn't. You know,
The problem with that is you got 250 or 300 bands out there that look exactly the same.
Same.
So unless you are just the most talented songwriter on the planet, or you have that kind of talent in your band that you're just that much above everyone else, you just look like every other band. You have to
Right.
make yourself
Stand out.
Stand out, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
yeah. That's the deal.
All right, well, we are going to play Saline off of your,
Oh, my favorite song on that CD.
yeah.
Yeah.
That song is Tale of the Seven Seas,
Hmm.
and it's still available.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good, because
Yeah, you can get it. You can buy it through all the outlets: iTunes, Amazon. You know,
CD Baby.
CD Baby. You know,
And if you go to our website, burntlips.com, it's got a link right there that you can
Right.
order it right there.
Cool.
and it'll be shipped directly to your house.
Not mine. Darn.
Sure.
I got them all already.
Yeah.
All right, here's Burnt Lips with Saline.
set sail, and a life that's good and free. Now look in the mirror and tell me what you find. An honest eye and a weathered brow, and a man with peace of mind. A man with peace of mind. But I'm sailing across the open shore. It's the only life I know, and I go sailing and never wanting more than this ship that I call home when I'm alone. When I was just a lad, 10 years or so I'd say, I wanted to see the world and earn a seaman's pay. Just an honest wage. I got my first job aboard a whaler from Soho. Well, I was much younger then, so many years ago. So many years ago. But I'm sailing across the open shore. It's the only life I know, and I go sailing and never wanting more than this ship that I call home when I'm alone. Now that my life is spent and my story's overtold, I think of the younger years and the memories that they hold. Of all the regrets I have, there's one that comes to mind. This life as a common man with a girl I left behind. A girl that was so kind. But I'm sailing across the open shore. It's the only life I know, and I go sailing and never wanting more than this ship that I call home when I'm alone. Than this ship that I call home when I'm alone. Than this ship that I call home when I'm alone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Pepperdine's integrated approach to business solutions offers you access to an array of products and services through decades of experience, state-of-the-art production processes, as well as inspired technological innovation. Whether your business or organization requires printed marketing materials, promotional ads, specialty items, commercial signage, stamps, or simply functional internal forms. Their dedicated staff will provide the level of personal service and support your project deserves. Pepperdine's is located at 790 Umatilla Street, Denver, Colorado, 80204, or call 303-595-3663. See, those gremlins are back.
Yeah, they're just crawling all over the studio.
It sounded great on the radio, but in our headphones it sounded like doo-doo. So I got to tell you, listening to Saline, besides the fact that you guys have amazing musicians and amazing vocalists, I think what makes you guys stand out is your horn section
Yeah, we love our horns.
and your harmonizing. You guys, it's perfect.
Yeah, well, vocals are the most. You talk to Gino. Vocals are the most important thing of the song. You know.
Well, not just vocals, but the right combination of vocals.
right,
that
exactly.
people-
Yeah.
Well, in production, that's where it's all in arranging and the production. You know, there's one thing of having a good song or a great song, but being able to record it and make it sound the way that you dream it
But
sounds.
Davey, you don't understand. These songs that we're playing tonight, you sound exactly like that on stage.
Yeah, and that's the key. You know, it's like he's talking about production, and there's a lot of bands that produce, and then they get up on stage and they can't.
Do you know who stands out in my mind that I saw on TV and I couldn't believe it? Taylor Swift.
Well,
I saw her sing live and she sucked.
Really?
Oh my God, yes.
I've seen a lot, and that's one of the things that we pride ourselves in is that, you know, once a lot of the songs, the production is done in the studio, and then it's our job to learn it exactly the way it was, and then reproduce it live as close to perfect as possible.
Right.
And it's an art form. There's no doubt about
And
it.
you know, I love Taylor Swift. I have no disrespect for her on that comment, but what I'm trying to point out is there's musicians in Denver that are just amazing.
Oh yeah. Well, we've been saying that for 30 years. It's like, when is the world going to discover us? You know, I mean, it's like 10% of the talent out there makes 90% of the money,
Right.
and it's like, what about us? I mean,
Exactly.
And Beaver's not talking about us as burnt
I know,
lips.
right.
Yeah.
He's talking about us as the musical family here in Colorado.
Right.
yeah, there's
you know,
amazing a lot of
I mean,
talent.
there's tremendous talent, and I mean, there are bands that nobody ever hears because they couldn't care less whether they play or not, and they're producing incredible music,
Right.
and no one will ever hear it, and it's just a shame.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, we've got Everybody Loves My Baby coming up off the 7C CD. We're going to play the new one later on. We're talking a lot. Oh my gosh, it's almost 6:30. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, man.
We got a lot of songs to get through. So I'm going to play Everybody Loves My Baby, and we will be right back with Burnt Lips.
This is a rocker.
Used to be a sad man, lonely as can be. Such a lonely sad man. And then you came to me. Everybody loves my baby. Everybody I need, yeah. Everybody loves my baby. But my baby loves me. I used to be an island, cast in some desperate sea. Such a lonely island man. Then you set me free.
Up next, I'm going to play Coming Home by Burnt Lips.
Well, I've been around this big old world, and you know I've had my time. I've been down to Rosedale, seen them sign the line, seen them sell their souls for a lousy nickel or a dime. I ain't going down that road, and I'm tired of bearing your cross, baby. And I ain't gonna carry your load no more. Well, I'm tired of your cheating and your lying, darling. Well, look out, baby, I gotta go. Yeah. It's been a long, hard road, but I'm coming home. It's been a long time since I've held you in my arms. Darling, I miss you so. We could work it out, Lord, if we try, yeah. Oh, baby, I'm coming home. Yeah. Oh, I'm coming home. Yeah.
I was just telling the boys every time I hear that song, it reminds me a little bit of Pink Floyd. And then when you're listening to it, you get a little bit of Bob Marley too. So it's Pink Floyd versus Bob Marley.
Yeah, man.
So speaking of good stuff, I want to let you guys know. Maybe you'll show up. Oh wait, maybe not. You got things to do Saturday. Saturday, September 20th at 11:30 a.m. doors open. I will be at Herman's Hideaway for the Mile High Scenesters Youth Music Showcase called Back to School. It's going to be an amazing thing. It's backlined by Music Around. I love Music Around. They backlined our show that you guys did for me last year. And the young musicians that'll be playing are Jack McCaffney, Two Girls, Our Generation, Nightingale Symphony, and the Denver School of Rock house band, The Strobes. There's a $1,000 grand prize, $300 second place, $150 third place. And I will be one of the judges among some amazing people like Adrian Osborne, Eddie Turner, Matt Need, and Doug Tackett. And Chris Daniels may even show up. So we are going to have a lot of fun. Get down to Herman's at 11:30 a.m. and support youth music.
And the admission is...
I'm sorry. Thank you. I missed that part. The admission is $7 in advance, which you can get tickets probably at Herman's, but I know on the Mile High Scenesters page, or $10 at the door. Now, speaking of fun shows, Friday, September 26th, Burnt Lips is going to be in Greeley at the Greeley Oktoberfest. How fun is that going to be?
First time back at Greeley in years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there you guys are going to be on from 7:30 to 10. So y'all need to get to Greeley on Friday, but then Saturday, September 27th, you need to get back to the Roxy because Gutter Productions is having a birthday bash with Burnt Lips.
Yeah, there's a lot of bands. There's like 5 bands. You know, it starts like at 7 o'clock, and we'll be on after 10.
After 10?
Yeah, we don't know exactly when, but after 10.
Okay, so if y'all show up at 9, you will definitely get to see Burnt Lips.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we were talking, I'm doing, the owner of VRDO, who is another Raven, is doing his Halloween bash at Herman's Hideaway on October 24th. And it's a dress-up thingy. And like I was telling Davey and Chuck, I have not dressed up since 8th grade. And I have an orange t-shirt that says this is my costume that I've worn to work for a very long time on Halloween because I always have to work it. And this year I don't. So I was just joking around. I typed in, on Party City's site, I typed in Raven, and you're not going to believe what came up.
Aha.
A Raven costume.
Yeah, man.
With feathers and everything.
With feathers and everything. A little tutu with feathers, and I have gloves with feathers.
Oh, you'll just look so elegant. You know, you're so cute anyway.
With my fishnet tights and my
Ooh,
boots.
baby.
Well, you have the perfect figure for it, so...
Well, thank you. So, I am going to be wearing that costume to Herman's on October 24th for the VRDO Brandon Raven Eggs and Kegs Halloween bash, but I am also going to wear it October 31st to Riffs because Burnt Lips will be there again too.
Yeah.
We're having our annual Hallowstock. We have it every year, and there's 4 bands actually, but and it's a costume party, and there's grand prizes, and it's a $5 cover, and
Bring your costume.
Bring your costume, and I think...
Bring it or wear it.
Wear it, you know.
It doesn't count. No contest winners if your costume's in your hand.
That's for sure.
Well, it depends what your costume is, but,
Whoa.
you know...
Well, we'll be starting off the show with Wild Mountain Honey.
Oh, Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel and Kelly and John.
Yeah, and
I haven't had the pleasure of seeing them yet, so that's exciting.
Oh, they're great. And, you know, Rachel, she's
got
just...
an awesome voice.
Oh, she's just incredible.
And Kelly is just a songbird, you know.
Yeah.
The perfect compliment to each
And then
other.
John is one of the most talented guitar players in town. He's just tremendous. So they're great. They're great. And they're an acoustic act, so...
And then next up will be Night Wolf, which is they're a classic rock, you know, blues with Jay on guitar. Oh my God, he is an amazing guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, so come on out and see them. And then we'll be up next. We'll be the third band, and then from 10:30 to 11:30. Then we're going to have the costume contest and get out the prizes, and then we have a band that's called the Mop Up Band. It's going to take the show out.
Nobody wanted to play last, so Gino decided that he wanted to play, and he got a bunch of his friends including Joe Sellers.
Yep.
Get out.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe Sellers is playing, and Mitch Hops. And,
I love Mitch.
And they're gonna finish out the night, and they're gonna have guest artists and jam, and it should be just a great night.
Well, at the fundraiser last year that you guys played, I threw that band together to play last, which
Right.
was Joe Sellers, Mitch Hoppus, Steve Underwood, Kenny. Didn't
Kenny Hoffman on drums?
wasn't Kenny there?
Yeah, Kenny was there. Yeah.
Yeah. That just amazes me, and they didn't practice, and it's just so that's going to be.
Well,
So I think Xavier from Nightwolf will be playing drums with them.
Yeah, he was an amazing drummer.
He's a great drummer. Yeah, Nightwolf is a great band, man. If you haven't, they play Lakewood Bar and Grill a lot, and they've been around for a long time.
Cool. I'll have to get him in on the show too.
Yeah, I think that one or a couple of them used to play in Steppenwolf or something. I think that's the deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of the guys were, so they got their ties to Steppenwolf.
Okay, so we're going to do a couple commercials, and we will be right back with the song Anonymous by Burnt Lips.
Well, out there in Colorado, there's a girl I know. She like to make your guitar really nice for the show, and they look good on your back, these old guitar straps. Baby, Raven Raps.
Hey, this is Billy Van Kuren from the Santa Fe Band. You're listening to Raven on the Rock. More cowbell.
More.
Okay. Oh, yeah, cowbell.
Yeah,
See my
more cowbell. Gino, if you're out there, more cowbell.
Do you see my cowbell?
Oh, yeah, I like yours. It's pink.
It's pink and it says Raven on
Yeah.
it. Yes. Tell me about Anonymous, Chuck.
Well, Anonymous was our lead song on our last CD, and it's kind of a it's a lot of people think it's political, and it is, and it's back then is when the Middle East was bubbling, as it still is, and it's our tune to tell everybody, hey man, you gotta be cool,
Yeah. Okay, so sit back, relax, be cool, and here's Anonymous.
This won't just might not be the answer.
So, Beaver,
Yes, ma'am.
who writes all your songs? Do you have
Davey Boy writes all our songs.
Really?
Yeah, Davey. He writes our songs. He fronts the band. He plays the leads, and he's the master arranger. Now Gino and Davey are collaborating. We have a couple songs that we're going to be playing on the next CD that you have that Gino and Davey have collaborated on.
Wow.
But yeah, Davey's the main songwriter.
Cool. And none of you like put in your 2 cents? Or?
Oh no, the way we do it, it's a unique situation. When I started Burnt Lips, back in 1979, one of the reasons why I started the band was because I'm not a cover musician. I don't have the ability, like these guys. They listen to a song on the radio or on a CD or a record, and they can play it note for note. I never had that ability,
Right.
so I started my own band so that I could just play.
Right.
And we embrace what we call the creative process. Davey will work on a song, and then he'll have pretty much the whole song worked out, words, the arrangement. Then he brings it to us, and the musicians have the latitude to create their own part. In other words, Davey doesn't write my rhythm part. Davey doesn't write the bass line. He doesn't write the drum tracks. He doesn't tell the horns what to play. And we all get together and we work on the song. And Davey will have ideas. And
and there's like a basic melody to the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
The melody is right there,
Okay.
But
Okay.
and he'll say, well, I want you to play something like this, and he'll talk to the saxophone player and he'll talk sax. He won't talk music.
Right.
He'll like sing it, or it's really weird to watch what he does. And
Cool.
and he'll tell the drummer, I want to beat blah 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 boom boom blah blah boom, and the drummer goes, oh yeah, and then and that's how we go. And then and I write my rhythm part. I simplify it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Is like, because I got these great musicians around me,
Right.
and they're like playing all these things, and I bring it back to the root.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way we do it. But it's a consensus, and the song always changes.
Yeah.
It's like when it comes in, Davey will have this idea that we start playing, and then we'll stop and we'll talk about it.
Uh-huh.
And what do you think we should do here? What do you should do there? And it's always evolving. And that's like when Davey says, we don't really learn our parts until we record it.
Right.
Once we record it, then it's set in stone.
And then you perfect it
Yeah.
for live.
Yeah.
Very cool.
The funny thing about it is,
And
when I write, I hear the song totally finished, completely done in my head before it even goes down. And so I kind of have to learn my part, and then I take it to the band, and I just, and I'm not, a lot of writers are dictators, they go, it's got to be like, you got to do, and I don't, because I have faith in everyone, and the song always ends up sounding exactly like I heard it to begin
Yeah.
with. It's just the way it works.
Very cool. Because they're all amazing songs. So.
Yeah, it's all part of that creative process, and musicians come to us because of that creative process, because they're out there. A lot of the guys are out there and they're playing in cover bands because they want to make a living,
Right.
and they come to us, and all of a sudden those bonds are cut and they can go and fly. And
Right.
I mean, like I said, we're up to an 8-piece band now. I mean, we could literally have 9 pieces, 10 pieces if we want. And
Okay, and what stage did you play on besides Castleman's?
That's why we're a festival band, because those are usually the only stages that are big enough to put our full band to do it.
Right.
yeah,
Our
it's-
backyard parties. Yes.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you'd be amazed at where we can squeeze in.
And then of course every year, we do Dave Stock,
Right.
which is
I have yet to go to one of those.
oh, you got to.
Oh.
Dave Stock is
Well,
tremendous.
If I can get my show to be my primary living and I don't have to get another job, because I have been working every holiday for the last 3 years.
Wow. Well, Dave Stock is like the place to be on 4th of July.
It is the largest private party in Colorado,
Yeah.
and we had over 800 people at the last Dave Stock.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe up to 1,000.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell when you get that many people because there's no admission. It's free,
Right.
and just hundreds and hundreds of people are everywhere. And there's great music all day, and then a tremendous fireworks display. It's always on the 4th of July, and the pyrotechnics guy is a master pyrotechnics, builds all of his own fireworks. So he spends the entire year building all the fireworks for Dave Stock.
Cool. Is there Wi-Fi out there?
Yes,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe you can come do a show
I
from
was
there.
going to say maybe we should live stream it next year. So
Yeah.
for all the people that can't make it.
Oh yeah, and people come from all over the country too. It's not just local people. I mean, it's and when people come from a different state, they're like blown away. And then when they see the talent that's up there, they're like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
You know, and it's all us local people. You know,
Right.
all us buddies. It's, the two top acts are Burnt Lips and the Bill Wright Band.
Yeah.
You know, and then Wild Mountain Honey plays, and there's
And
usually
Rachel sings the Star Spangled
Rachel-
Oh
Banner.
my God. She brings tears to your eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, I get goosebumps just thinking about
Yeah.
it. She does an amazing
Yeah,
job.
she sings the national anthem as well as any national artist I've seen on the Super Bowl, any of them. She's that good.
You know what's cool too is when it's starting to peak, all the bikers fire up their Harleys, and it's like the rockets red. Oh my God! You're just like, oh my God! I am in America.
Yeah, because there's probably 250 Harleys
Really?
and every one of them crank it up during the Star Spangled Banner
Very
during that
cool.
part. It's great.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we will have to talk about live streaming that. But right now, we are going to play Working Pieces. What can you tell me about this song?
That's us.
Yeah,
We
working
know-
pieces.
We're-
Working Pieces.
But
Gotcha.
we're just individual cogs working in the same direction, and that's what the song's about.
Very cool. All right, here's Working Pieces by Burnt Lips.
Working pieces. Working overtime for the rhyme. We're all working.
Rock All Over You. Customized fashion, jewelry, and much more. Get your bling on at Rock All Over You. Check out their link on the left side of the Raven on the Rock website. Now.
This is Raven with Eggs and Kegs Radio Show here on VRDO, and you're listening to Rockin' Raven!
As always, Raven on the Rock reminds you to please drink responsibly and always designate a sober driver.
Yes, please always designate that sober driver.
Yeah, that's always me.
Well, it could be me, because I always like one beer is my limit at a show. Sometimes I'll have two.
It would be me, but I can't drive.
Yeah, we
so-
don't let Davey behind his wheel, you know.
And we won't talk about the fundraiser. That was just an accident. I swear.
Accident.
Because I was the hostess. And when people buy me drinks,
Well, you got to drink them.
you gotta drink them.
Yeah.
And then 5 tequila shots later, your boots are flying over the stall in the bathroom. It wasn't pretty.
Oh, gosh.
Never do that again. Never, never, never.
Well, you could have fooled me. I didn't see that part of it. You know.
Good. I'm glad. Thank God my the owner of VRDO, the other Raven, he's the black Raven, I'm the white Raven.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, he was there to help me finish the raffles and finish the show.
Well, we only saw the fun part.
That was an amazing show. I can't even thank you guys enough for doing that, and the other 5 bands that did it, and it was just an amazing night of music. It was just awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
love it when music comes together like that for a good
Yeah.
cause.
Definitely. So, we got a song called Island coming up.
Yeah, this song has a history to it. This song was chosen by High Times Magazine to be in the collection of songs in their internationally sold CD called Hemp for Victory.
Really?
Yeah, and along with a few bands you may know, like Sublime, and I can't even remember all the bands. It was a double CD set,
Very cool.
and it's because this song, "The Island Is Calling Me Again." This song was our code. Used to be our code for going out and getting high.
Yeah.
It's
And-
cryptic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, whenever we wanted to go out and smoke a spliff, somebody'd say, "Hey, is the island calling?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm on." Well, High Times Magazine found out about that, and they decided they had to have it on the CD. And if you listen to the lyrics in there, there's one lyric that says, "And nobody knows," and that's really the deal. Is it's a song, but nobody really knows what it really means. But that's what it is.
Fun. All right, well, let's take a listen to Island by Burnt Lips.
The island is calling me again. 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 Whoa, whoa. The island is calling all my friends. A land called Jamaica. The island is calling me again. Warm tropical breezes. The island is calling me again. And nobody knows, no. The island is calling me again. Just to me life's a beach. Yeah. this island gets islandized. I said, even the Zion lion gets islandized. I said, even the Zion lion gets islandized. Celebrity, I am a big celebrity in Jamaica. Celebrity, I am a Montego Bay. Celebrity, I am a big celebrity in Jamaica. Celebrity, I am a The island is calling me again. The island is calling me again. The island is calling me again. Land of the Rastaman. The island is calling me again. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
So what about You Gotta Fight? This is one of my favorite songs you guys do.
Well, you know, the funny thing about this song is I wrote the song a long time ago,
Yeah.
and then we decided that we would put it on this album. I wrote it long before this album, and the weird part is the catch line is, you know, You've Got to Fight ended up being, and we recorded it first, and then it was going on the CD, and then the Beastie Boys came up with that song "You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party," and they almost it was almost like they stole it, but
Yeah,
they didn't.
right.
But we were writing it, you know.
At the same time.
And so, you know, after that, a lot of people saying, "Well, you just copied it." And I go, "No, I wrote it long before they." But you know, the song's just about, you know, you have to be yourself. You know, you stop following.
Right.
You know, and because that's where you run into trouble if you just be yourself. And sometimes, you know, it's not easy, and sometimes you actually have to fight to have your own thoughts and your own
Right.
personality, and that's what it's about.
Very cool. So let's take a listen. You Gotta Fight.
Judge not the world by your abilities. Their eyes may see a different view than you. Let not them blind you with technologies. Their progress might not be for you. Well, you gotta fight for your rights and be yourself. You got to strike out once, my friend, if you want liberty. Well, you gotta fight for your rights and be yourself. You got to strike out once, my friend, if you want to be free. Go ask the people in America. They seem to know what's best for you to do. Go ask the black man in South Africa about the justice and the freedom he rule. And it's true, but you gotta fight for your rights and be yourself. You got to strike out once, my friend, if you want liberty. Well, you gotta fight for your rights and be yourself. You got to strike out once, my friend, if you want to be free. talking about justice, and rights for all mankind. I believe that justice and freedom starts from the heart and from the soul. But you gotta fight for liberty. But you got to fight for liberty. Well, you got to fight, yeah, for liberty. Well, you got to fight for liberty. You gotta fight.
At the Tailgate Tavern and Grill. Enjoy happy hour specials every day, 7 days a week from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Don't forget Wednesday night at the Tailgate Tavern is karaoke. Sign up starts at 8. Sunday, band auditions are from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And don't forget Sin Night. Service industry employees get 2 for 1 on wells, drafts, and bottles from 6 p.m. to close on Sunday. A pay stub, name tag, or valid ID is required. The Tailgate Tavern and Grill is located at 19552 East Main Street in Parker, Colorado.
Live from the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, it's Raven's Eye on Global Talent with your host, Rockin' Raven. Keeping her golden eye across the state, across the country, and around the world to bring you the best talent possible. And now, here's your host, Rockin' Raven.
Tonight's Globalized song is coming from Oklahoma. Mr. Brandon Scott McFadden with his song Child Mind. And right after the song, we will be back with some more Burnt Lips. Okay, so up next we have Soon Come the Dread. Tell me about that, gentlemen.
Well,
Yeah.
that song is about island time.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody is always in a hurry, but if you ever go to Jamaica, nobody owns a watch. In Jamaica, yeah, and whenever you ask, well, when are we going to this? Soon come on, and that means sometime in the future that it's going to happen,
Cool.
And that song has actually won 3 separate awards here in town. It won the. What was it? What was the
Colorado Classic?
Colorado, yeah.
Well, that, I know a long time when that one.
No, it was the Colorado Songwriters Association, and another one too. What I don't know.
We're showing our age here, man. We can't even remember.
I know, but
that has nothing to do with age.
Yeah.
Seriously. Could be medication, preservatives in your food, anything. It's not age.
It's age in our case.
All right, let's take a listen to Soon Come the Dread.
Down in Kingston Town, and Mickey saw the 7 seas, they say. Mickey had a woman from Port Antonio, and Mickey's woman worried all the day. Is he ever coming home? Whoa, soon come the dread. Sang the reggae song, and Ricky knew that someday he'd go far. And Ricky had a drummer from East Africa, and Ricky said that soon he'd be a star, play on the big time. Whoa, soon come the dread.
That's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll be back. Raven on the Rock is brought to you by Rockin' Raven Productions and the Scoop 303. I'd like to give a shout out to our musical credits for our intro, The World Famous Johnsons, our exit, Garco, and our Raven Raps commercial by Michael Hornbuckle. I'd like to thank Rely Local Littleton for sponsoring us, and you can check out all our advertisers on the left side of our website, ravenontherock.com. I'd also like to thank all the amazing musicians in Denver and around the world for sharing their music with us.